is integrating the masculine and feminine. I'm going to offer some slightly different perspectives than we may have heard. I'm going to talk a little bit about Leonardo da Vinci's role as a prophet of this epochal transformation. I'm also going to talk about the historical figure who I think did more than anyone in history to transform our perception of the capabilities of women. She'll be a surprise. See if you can guess who it is. And we'll also hear from authorities like Dave Barry and Bruce Willis. But Leonardo's offering us something. He's suggesting to us something throughout his work. He's suggesting that the integration of the masculine and feminine is the secret of enlightenment. I don't think many people have brought out this aspect of Leonardo's work that I'm sharing with you now. I don't think he had a direct influence in this regard. I think he had an indirect influence in capturing the human imagination and representing for us at various times of history all of our human potential. He's an archetype of everything that we can be. Elizabeth I, who said, "Though the sex to which I belong is considered weak, you will nevertheless find me a rock that bends to no wind." You know, I figure you got to have something going on if both your older siblings die on the throne, your mother's murdered, you're imprisoned in the tower, you finally get out, you become queen. Philip II, the most powerful man in the world, sends his armada against you. You defeat him. Francois I is sending assassination squads left and right. You manage to have enough intelligence to avoid these attempts on your life. You make a huge leap in uniting the warring constituencies in your land. You create what's called the Golden Age. You reign for 45 years. You take the bank balance from major deficit to huge abundance. You colonize the New World. The state of Virginia is named after her. So is West Virginia. And Elizabeth, New Jersey. It's hard to find in Western literature prior to Elizabeth's time descriptions of women as multidimensional and intelligent. And right from the time of her most illustrious subject, Shakespeare, begins to portray women in a much more complex, multidimensional, intelligent, soulful, fascinating way. A few of the highlights of what starts to happen after Elizabeth. There's Shakespeare, and then there's Mary Astle, who says, if God had not intended that women should use their reason, he would not have given them any, for he does nothing in vain. Jane Austen. Give a girl an education and introduce her properly into the world, and 10 to 1, but she will have the means of settling well without further expense to anybody. This one's really great. People say, how come there aren't more women in your book on history's greatest geniuses? Well, thank you to Virginia Woolf for answering it, because for most of history, Anonymous was a woman. Not anymore. I love Rebecca West. Check out that hat on the cover of Time magazine. I myself have never been able to find out precisely what feminism is. I only know that people call me a feminist whenever I express sentiments that differentiate me from a doormat or a prostitute. I'll never forget Bella Abzug. You know, there's something about the hats and these great women. We're coming down from our pedestal and up from the laundry room. So I think there's a direct line from Elizabeth, Shakespeare, and there's just a sampling of some of the thought leaders. But for guys, For guys, think about the last 30, 40 years. Like we grew up with this, and now what we've got is this. Oh, God. Right? And women, it's even more complex because you had this and this at the same time. Remember June Cleaver? And then you got a big dose of this. And here's the state of the art. It's Tina Fey. It's a cover of her new book. Look carefully at the image. Okay, so a few reflections on how we're integrating all this rapid change and this epochal transformation. Right? Dave Barry points out in the difference between men and women. If a woman has to choose between catching a fly ball and saving an infant's life, she will choose to save the infant's life without even considering if there are men on base. Bruce Willis. On the one hand, we'll never experience childbirth. On the other hand, we can open all our own jars. And Gloria Steinem, some of us are becoming the men we wanted to marry. Dramatically, Gloria said, I've yet to hear a man ask for advice on how to combine marriage and a career, but you know what? That was 20, 30 years ago, and that is exactly what's being asked right now. That is exactly what's being asked right now. Here are some of the challenges we face, the kind of mixed messages we get. So have all the traditional male virtues and all the new ascending female virtues. Do it all right now, please, all at once. Succeed, 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 and raise terrific children. Whew. And embrace a daily practice to facilitate the integration of masculine and feminine energies. Do pranayama, do tai chi, do something every single day to help change your nervous system to be more aligned, more attuned to this new integration. Grazie mille. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.